from one form to another. And that too we have to do with very good efficiency and with low losses. Now, if you look at NSS, definitely the losses are not there. It is all a good part of it. We are bringing out the best of the human nature. And then serving society gives you the biggest and happiest thing you rightly pointed out. Now, when we are touching upon the lecture today, I'll just say that there are four phases of a human excellence. We talk about strong physical body, we talk about internal quotient, and these days, Harvard and others are coming up with emotional IQ or lectures on EQs. This is exactly you spoke about. When we know how to handle our relationships, when you know how to handle ourselves, probably we'll be doing a better job with our IQ and PQ also. And beyond this being a yoga day, we even say the fourth pillar is the spiritual quotient. Now, if you can energize all these four levels in a human being, probably we'll have the best of the best of mankind and we'll be having no boundaries. As this NSS doesn't have boundaries, we always look at universalizing everything without caste, creed, color, culture, and everything. Today, we are in the midst of COVID-19, which is a universal problem and a problem for the whole world. And I think this has united the whole world in one way, that this is a common enemy and we have to fight it out. So as a step forward, NSS has been doing this kind of service to cater to the psychological and anxieties and other aspects of human beings when they're locked down like this. We did a series one, and then it was a very huge success. We are now presenting our second series, wherein we have a wonderful speaker for the day, and not wasting much time between me and the speaker of the day. Would love to listen to. Welcome to you, Dr. Mohit Gupta ji, and we are all eyes and ears looking towards the topic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your encouragement. You have been a constant motivation for us. And now I would like to welcome our speaker of the day, Dr. Mohit Gupta, Professor of Cardiology at GB Pant Hospital, New Delhi. He has been awarded the prestigious Agra Ratna Award by the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi for distinguished medical and social services. Dr. Gupta has a distinct achievement of getting more than 18 gold medals and 5 silver medals in his medical career. With various national and international journal publications to his credit, he has also given more than 500 lectures all over the world in prestigious universities and institutions like Oxford and Cambridge. Strong advocate of spirituality with in-depth scientific understanding, he has been associated with the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University from childhood, that is around 33 years. We are all very keen to listen to his talk, Emotions and Our Immune Systems. And without any further delay, I would like to hand over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Priyanka ji. Thank you so much, Dr. Reddy, Dr. Samrat, and Dr. Mahesh Verma. And thank you all for joining on this wonderful evening. And let me tell you, this is not going to be a directed lecture. We are also going to be going together on a very beautiful journey. And this would be actually such an unraveling journey. And I would just request that on the behalf of so many hundreds of people who have joined us, only 2 or 3, maybe Dr. Mukherjee, maybe Dr. Reddy, maybe Dr. Priyanka, keep themselves unmuted for a bit, and we will have some very wonderful interactions. I have learned to live in my life that smooth seas have never made a great sailor. And we all know this, you know. Today we are going to jump into the sea of emotions, because if we believe that there is all happiness or there is all sadness in our life, probably this would really be a big emotional turmoil, because too much of everything is really toxic. And when there are different situations, when there are different challenges that come into our life, it is then that we are able to test our testing skills, our mindset, that what is the power of our mind, what is the beauty of our mind to cope up with those skills. And it is at these times that we experience happiness, stress, or stability. Stress is always defined as the pressure of the situation divided by the coping skill. So, you know, if you have a situation which is very powerful, irrespective of the situation which is powerful, if your coping skills are very, very powerful, stress would not be there. That is why in the present time, which we call the era from now on, as most of you would agree, would be called a pre-COVID era and a post-COVID era, because we are lucky to be a part of this historic pandemic. These pandemics happen rarely. So what is actually determining the amount of stress in our lives is how much we are able to cope up with the situation. Now, we are probably unable to control the situation quite a few number of times. But what we are able to control in our life is our coping capabilities. So this is what we are going to focus on. While this pandemic has come, it has also unmasked our true face. We all pretended to be happy, to be successful, to be racing ahead in our lives, to be very joyous, to be performing, to be aggressive, to be successful, to be a great researcher, to be a great publisher, to be a human doing rather than a human being. But it also unmasked us, and it told us that behind every mask, there is a face. And behind every face, there is a story. And behind that story, there is an emotion that is hidden, that is driving our life, that is driving our own mindset. Look at this. What happened? This virus took only 3 months to bring the whole universe, 200 countries, 90% of the people, best of the healthcare systems, the education care systems, and the information technology to its feet. It was a data of 20th March, 25th
Very
March,
nice lecture. I have wonderful.
when it was not on a full flow. What happened was the BBC carried out a survey. And in March only, we saw that almost 75% of the people were already experiencing a significant level of the deterioration in their mental health. 75%. And now this data has practically increased to 90%. This is actually, while you're managing one pandemic, it has left us with another emotional pandemic, predominantly only 4 feelings: the feelings of fear, the feelings of worry, the feeling of panic and uncertainty in our life. What is going to happen tomorrow? Yes, we are doing. Each one of us is pretending to be happy, doing webinars, keeping ourselves busy, being happy, trying to focus on our exercise. But one thing that we are not focusing on is our own emotional stability. Suicides rate have increased. Look at the data. Look at the data. You just type in. The worry, the uncertainty is increasing amongst the people. Why this is happening? This is leading a significant toll on our immune system, on our body. Whenever this kind of chronic stress, acute over chronic stress is coming, chronically we all are suffering from some kind of stress, and suddenly there is something that comes, it leads to a significant effect, a very powerful effect on our immune system, on our heart, on our cardiac status, and also leaves our whole body system devastated. Significant effect, release of stress hormones. All the positive hormones decrease. Cortisol, which is normally a protective hormone, is significantly increasing in higher levels and damaging the body. Look at the status that we are fighting today. People are physically and emotionally tired, and here we are landing ourselves while managing one pandemic. We are into an emotional pandemic. So now I'm not going to stress you with something which is too much data, something that is going to load you or make you more stressful. But all of you, all hundreds of you who are there with us on this journey, join us. Reflect on everything that we are going to discuss today, and you will see the blueprint of your mind coming right there in front of you. The beauty of this particular time is it's an uncertain time. The beauty of uncertainty is that when nothing is sure, everything is possible. That possibility, the creation of that possibility is our own conscious choice. While somebody looks up it as a challenge and they are unable to meet this challenge, and some people are succumbing to these times. You see, they are succumbing to their injuries. They're getting mentally devastated. But there are a group of people who also take it as a challenge and fly away creating positivity and health in their life. Again, a conscious choice. Look and reflect on your own self. Whatever you are doing, maybe you are saying, I'm keeping busy, I'm doing something, I'm busy in my research, I'm doing so much things. That's fine. But check the emotional and the mental status at this time. Have my stress levels increased? Am I the same happy individual as I used to be earlier? Or there is some level of turbulence that I am facing? It's all about balance, you know. It's all about balance. What you are choosing to hold on and what you are letting go. Everything, your life, the balance of your life is being determined by your own mindset. So in today's journey, what are we going to discuss? We are going to understand the emotional outburst that happens in our life. We are also going to discuss the science behind the emotional reactions. We are going to reflect that if transformation is needed, who is going to transform? We are going to reflect on these simple techniques, very basic and simple techniques. Like, Dr. Mukhopadhyay was saying, be happy, be cheerful, life experiences, but we'll see the science behind it and we'll reflect and end our journey with a beautiful meditation, leaving us empowered into a whole new individual. Let me ask you, each one of the panelists, almost 35 guys are there. Each one of us has heard this thing right from our childhood. Life is 10% of what is happening to us and 90% of how we react to it, isn't it? All of us has heard. Yes or no, sir? Yes? Have you heard this thing or not? Very, very commonly, we all have heard this thing. Now, there is a serious problem with this thing. When you examine, the problem lies with this word, the word react. Whenever we choose to react in our life, it is often instantaneous and it's often a burst of emotions. It's often emotional and it is unbalanced when we react in our lives. And further, it is judgmental and quite often our reaction may be negative in many of the situations also. And that is where the problem lies in our life. So let us reflect. Let us analyze the situation. I will ask some of you to participate with me in this particular situation. Remember, imagine 400, look at this, very, very careful. 300, 400 people of all of us are now have to go from point A to point B for a very important meeting. All of us going into the same meeting, sitting in our car. The moment we go, we are finding ourselves stuck up in this kind of a traffic. This typical Delhi, Mumbai, or this kind of a traffic. Now, the second thing that comes is, what is our emotional reaction and what kind of feelings we go through when we are stuck up in this kind of a traffic? Just imagine. Just imagine. Bring it into your mind. Bring it into your mind. Very important meeting, very urgent meeting. You have to be there on time, but you are stuck up and it's a helpless situation. 90 to 95%, science says, 90 to 95% of you would have feelings like a graded response. Somebody would be starting honking their car. Oh, what is happening? Come on, I have to rush. Somebody will have a more serious emotional reaction. They would really be angry. They would jump out of their car. They would start shouting on the people. And somebody will have a really, really serious problem. They would really jump out. They will march ahead. They will start fighting with people. And they would sometimes take extreme, serious steps also. Would the panel agree with this or not? Yes or no? Please answer.
Yes, absolutely, sir.
Absolutely. But, a big but. 5% of these people, all of us, 5% of us would also be choosing to remain absolutely calm, not affected. We are not bothered. Maybe the traffic is there. How does it affect me? I'm going to be on my mobile. I call my office. Oh, I know the meeting is important, but it's a helpless situation. I'm available on phone. Till the time the traffic is fine, I'll be reaching very soon, and they enjoy their music and they get themselves busy in their work. So my question to you is, to all the panelists, anyone can answer on the behalf of all the audience, am I responsible for my response or The situation is responsible for our response. What is determining my response in this particular situation?
I myself.
You yourself are responsible for the situation. That is the key, my dear friends. That's the key. Irrespective of the situation that we are facing, it doesn't matter. The situation, the traffic jam, as Dr. Mukhopadhyay very clearly says, is same for everybody. But my response, my state of mind is determining my response. And how does it work out? It works out differently because of one very basic difference. Look at this. 95% of the people are working on the reactive or the autopilot mode. A situation comes and they react. A situation comes, react. Situation comes, react. Somebody says they react. Somebody says they react. This is called an autopilot behavior, an impulsive behavior. But those 5% of the people who are working, they also have the same stimulus, but they are able to change the reaction to the response by this beautiful word called pause. They choose to pause in their mind. The moment we choose to pause in our mind, our reaction transforms into a responsive behavior. That's the key, my dear friends. The difference between the 95% and 5% of those people. When we are thoughtful, when we are mindful, pause means, जब हम हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, सोच और समझकर कार्य करो. The moment we are impulsive, हम अपने सोचने और समझने की शक्ति को समाप्त कर देते. That is very, very important. It's this pause that completely transforms the emotional reactions and my emotional behaviors that I exhibit in my life. Challenges are always going to be there. This is you. Look at this. All of you are sitting here. The challenges you face from your family, your relations, the quality of your relations that you're having in your family. You also face challenges from your professional life, the pressure of professors, the pressure that you have to put on your juniors, and the pressure you face from your seniors. These professional pressures are always going to be there. The third pressures that we face is also in our social interactions. What kind of social interactions I am having, my relations, my friend circle. The pressures are going to be there from nature. Look at this virus. From the policies of the government, they are always going to be there. Never ever you can control this thing. But remember, all these are working together to affect your psyche. This is your psychological behavior. This is your mindset. They all have a very powerful effect on your psyche. Now, if you are not able to control your own mindset, if we think that I am a gamut of mixed, powerful, sometimes negative emotion, you have to examine only few things. Look at this. If we feel that we get stressed easily, look at this, very important. If we feel that anxiety and overthinking dominates my life, if we feel that I keep on holding grudges and I don't let go of those grudges, if I feel that I am often misunderstood in my life, if I practice blame on situations, on people, on myself, I get offended easily, I make assumptions quickly, join us with this journey today. But if you feel that none of these is present in your life, absolutely none of these is present in your life, please log off. You are an emotionally stable person. You don't need to be on this journey. Absolutely no need. Absolutely nothing to worry about, because you are an emotionally stable person. Now, if I feel, you feel that we have to modify and take charge of our emotions, we have to understand why this is happening. Because when situations come from different levels, these are the situations that are coming. They are first affecting and giving us an emotional reaction that generates a mood. You say, oh, what happened? He's in a bad mood. He's in a bad mood. He's in a good mood. So these moods keep on varying. This mood, when carrying on for few weeks, it gives us a temperament. You carry on the same mood for some time, it will give you a temperament. And if that temperament is carried on for a few months and a year, what happens is it gives you a complete personality. Complete personality. And that is why we say, oh, he's an angry person, he's an anxious person, I am a happy person, I'm an irritated person, because I choose to repeatedly use those emotions continuously in my life. Repeatedly I'm using those emotions, and that gives me a personality that makes me an emotionally stable or an emotionally unstable person. So if I feel that there is a need to change, if I feel there is a need to change, that's your conscious choice, to this way or that way. If you want to live the same emotions with same choices, your life is exactly going to be the same. If you are happy, again, log off. No need to continue. But if you feel I need to explore and redesign my life, take control of my life, let's get going. The emotional stability is your ability to withstand difficult situations, your ability to handle adversity, personal, professional, social, irrespective of any situation, yet remain productive, calm, and capable throughout. This is what is called emotional stability. So if I believe that I have to transform, what are the ways? What are the ways? Either I control and transform the situation. I try changing people. I try changing government. I try changing policies. I try taking control of nature. I try changing my professional environment. This is one way, a very powerful way. Is it possible to change people, government, situations, and everything according to your way? Most of the times it is not possible. And the second way is we change our own self. The processor, Dr. Mukhopadhyay will tell you, they work on artificial intelligence. You change the processor. Once you change the processor, the whole processing system, the way it processes completely transforms your own energy. And that transformation is the key. That transformation is the key. Today, I'm going to highlight something that is going to unlock your mind, change your complete mindset. What we keep on doing, the biggest problem that we have today is when we deal with uncertainty and negative situations, we try to modify behaviors. I've seen thousands and thousands of HR people I've met, attended and given hundreds and hundreds of lectures all over the world. People try to modify behaviors. So be positive, be happy, be peaceful, do like this. You have to keep stable in these times. Every person is telling everybody to change this behavior. Possible? Never possible. You can never change the behavior of a person. I'll tell you. Never. 25, 30 years of my experience, never you will be able to change the behavior of a person until and unless you change the belief of the person. Behavior is the function of the belief. Again, the traffic. Bring the same traffic situation. 95% of the people believed that traffic is negative and stressful, and their behavior was a reactive behavior. 5% of the people believed that traffic has no control over their mindset. So their behavior was responsive and they remained calm in their life. That's the most important key. So in today's journey, what we are going to do is we are not going to change the behavior. I'm not going to give you anything to do this, to be happy, to do this. Oh, come on, speak light, be happy, give happiness. No, nothing. We will give you a new logical, scientific, evidence-based belief system, which are rational, and that belief, once it changes, it will give you a whole new behavior. And this is evolution. This is what is called evolving. While growing old is mandatory, my dear friends, growing up is optional. Growing up is a consequence of modifying our own belief system, changing the processor. Belief changes is changing the processor, not becoming captive of the same old thing. Oh, I'm an old person. I think that this is the right way. No, evolution means irrespective of the age, you are ready to learn. Learning is an ongoing and a very powerful phenomenon, very beautiful phenomenon. So here I am with my first and very beautiful message for you. May I ask any one of you to volunteer and take only 5 seconds to describe what you are able to see in this particular slide? Maybe anybody. Just describe what you are seeing only in few seconds. What all? 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly, please.
One guy trying to play piano on a sand art.
Beautiful. And what else are you seeing? The sea also, sir?
Yeah.
Very good. This guy is relatively happy. He's wearing a red shirt and a blue jeans. Absolutely perfectly summarized by Dr. Mukhopa. You see a sea, a piano, virtual piano, and the guy is happily trying to play the piano. And there is a lamp which is right above the piano. Perfect. All of you would agree with this. Now. Take a moment, and again, Dr. Mukhopadhyay, please describe now what you are able to see in this picture. Absolutely same. Same sea, same piano, same guy, same dress, same lamp, everything same, everything is same. Now what is he doing? What are you appearing? What is apparent to you?
He looks to be
very good. Lying on the piano, right?
Lying on the piano.
Very nice, very nice. So my dear friends, look at this, It gives us a very beautiful and a strong message. Do you know what this message is? Life is all about perspectives. It's the perspective that changes everything. It's your own perspective. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Dr. Von Dyer, Nobel laureate. When you change the way you look at people, the people you look at change. When you change the way you look at situations, the situations you look at change. Bring the same traffic jam right there in front of you. Only the outlook is changing in those 5% of the people. Only the outlook is changing. Nothing else is changing. Absolutely nothing else. It is very, very important for us is that we have to change our perspective. If we want to evolve, if we want to bring a new change in our life, if we want to redesign our destiny, the first thing that we have to see is we have to find opportunities in difficulties. Difficulties are there. But when our mind is weak, the same difficulty looks like a problem. But when our mind is powerful and stable, the difficulty brings an opportunity with itself. And that is very, very important for all of us to know. There is a lot of effect of uncertainty. I remember a very beautiful story of a famous sea captain, driver of a cruise ship. He used to steer thousands and thousands of passengers to safely to their journey. One day, when he was on a journey, he saw a very difficult and a terrible storm right there in front of his ship. He knew that if he tries to steer a ship to the side of the storm, they would all be thrown apart and thousands of people will lose their lives. So everybody was thinking that what is he going to do? He remained absolutely calm. After a few seconds, he started driving right towards the storm. There was a lot of turbulence. People were shouting, "What are you doing? We are all going to get finished." He was absolutely calm. Within few minutes, after facing a lot of turbulence, he reached into the center of the storm. And when he reached into the center of the storm, there was absolute silence and there was no turmoil. When the storm settled, everybody came running to him and said, "Oh, how did it occur to you that you have to drive towards the storm?" He smilingly said that my experience says that in the eye of the storm, you always remain in control. That's the key. That's the second message that I want to give you, my dear friends. It's all about our own mind. What kind of mindset, what kind of our own belief system that we are having. Never try to take control of your mind, but make your mind your best friend, your very powerful and beautiful friend. My dear friends, it is pertinent to mention at this particular time that National Science Foundation 2005 clearly says that our mind, your mind, is able to generate 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a single day. And out of those 50 to 70,000 thoughts, science again says that 90 to 95% of our thoughts are negative, are waste, are useless, are purposeless thoughts, are repetitive thoughts. So out of 50,000 thoughts, if 48,000 thoughts are negative, waste, or purposeless thoughts, this reveals the quality of our existence on our earth. If a factory is generating only 2,000 useful products, then what is the quality of our thought process? This is the kind of our mind living room in which we are living. Everything is there. It has everything: a good machine, a good laptop, a good mobile phone, best clothes, a beautiful room, and everything. But it is not organized. So it looks stressful. It is chaotic. It is clutter. It is really, really, really bad. But when you are able to take control over your thoughts, it is then you start modifying. And I'll explain you the science, because every thought gives you a choice. Every choice will give you a behavior. A negative thought, a negative choice, a negative choice, a negative behavior. A negative behavior will give you a negative feeling, and a negative feeling will give a negative emotion, and again that negative emotion will trigger the same negative thought. Situations will not be changing. Our physical reactions will be same negative. If we want to evolve, we have to click and strike right here. This is the key. One positive thought, one positive choice, a positive behavior, a positive feeling, a positive emotion, and a positive life. This is what is called redesigning your own destiny. Nobody else will be able to do it. People thousands and thousands of times, they say to me, oh, you motivate people so nicely. I always say that nobody in this earth has the power to motivate anybody. It is impossible to motivate anybody. We can only inspire somebody. Motivation is an individual choice. Today, you all must understand that while you are listening, empower yourself, redesign your thoughts, motivate yourself into a new, evolving human being, into a new room which is beautifully organized. Look at this, the same room, but much more beautifully evolved. The picture is very clear. Every thought that you are thinking is creating your future, is designing your destiny. Inculcate positivity in your thoughts. 50,000 thoughts you believe, mind you, the power of a single thought is more powerful than even a more beautiful and a single atomic energy, a simple atomic. You charge your thought with power, positivity, and it will give you success. It will motivate you. It will completely create your own conscious future. Today, sometimes I will take a separate session for you, which will show you that how beautifully your thoughts, your optimism will lead to power. But your pessimistic thinking, oh, ऐसा ही होता है, इस तरह नहीं हो सकता है, let us be practical, this is not feasible. No, you have to instill your thoughts with the optimism to redesign. Your thoughts can completely transform your gene. We carried out a singular, powerful research in which we showed that how powerfully your thoughts are affecting your own telomere length. They are able to transform your genes like a actually that phenomena, epigenetic phenomena, you are able to take control over your genes. Each one of us are having today in our life. It is most important for us, it is most pertinent for us is to create a conscious future. My fourth message to you is, while you in these times are having a good physical diet, Dr. Mahesh Verma was mentioning about the kala and wonderful diet that we all are having. But my question to you is, what is the emotional diet that today each one of us is having? Today, right from the morning till evening, we are surrounded by, look at this, when I'm seeing most of our people in Palace, we are surrounded by print media, by digital media, by social media. It's like a completely e-world. Right from morning till evening, we are loaded with information, and many of times the information today is of uncertainty and fear. Oh, कल कितना पेशेंट था, आज कितना हुआ, उस देश में कितना हो रहा है, हमारे शहर में कितना हो रहा है, what is going to happen? Oh my God, I'm really worried. We are not only ingesting that information, but we are ingesting it right in the morning when our conscious and subconscious mind have direct connection. They are having direct connection. We are continuously connected. And not only this, we are transforming and transmitting that information by forwarding it on WhatsApp, posting it on Twitter, and posting it on social media. What will happen? Too much of negative information will completely devastate our brain. Look at this, very simple. Your brain is practically functioning into two parts. This is your rational thinking brain, your logical thinking brain, and this is your emotional brain, the limbic system. Normally, your life is a balance of both the emotions, the rational and the emotional brain. But when you are loaded with emotional status, when you're continuously driven by emotions, what happens? Amygdala, which is part of the limbic system, it destroys and takes control of your rational thinking brain. तभी हम कहते हैं ना कि जब कोई व्यक्ति गुस्से में होता है, भाई इसकी सोचने और समझने की शक्ति समाप्त हो गई है. These are the words we say. Don't listen to him. ये क्रोध में है, ये पागल हो चुका है. Why? Because at that time our rational brain is not functioning. It hijacks our brain, preparing for fight and flight. And that is why, my dear friends, why 95 to 99% of us are having fear, anxiety, and panic. Look at this, the suicides that are occurring today, that subtle level of emotional stress, which is already there. And then a more powerful situation comes and makes a complete clear outburst, unable to control. And we are hiding it on a mask. We are not ready to acknowledge our own weaknesses. And when this happens, this is what leads to, we are not driving our car, our fear and our emotional center is driving our car. That is disastrous. So my fourth very important message to you is, stop toxic consumption of negative emotions. Learn to have an emotional detox. Unplug yourself. No doubt technology has made us wiser, faster, and smarter. We are connected today with each other. There is no doubt. But my question to you is, each one of us, reflect on your life. All the panelists, all the people, hundreds of people today with us, reflect on your life. Are you more happier today? Are you more happier today? That is something that we really need to reflect. Are we more peaceful today? Today we are chained right from morning till evening by technology, completely surrounded by technology. Whether it is television, whether it is media, irrespective of that, we are continuously surrounded. And this is having catastrophic effect on our mind and brain, catastrophic effect on our relations, the quality of our relations. It is pertinent to mention. Someday I will show you that what powerful effect this technology is having. You would be surprised, Dr. Reddy, Dr. Mukhopadhyay, and our dear friends, that the brain scans of people who are digital addicts is similar to the brain scans of an opium addict. This is what science is showing us today. Where are we heading? So, my dear friends, today, to inculcate emotional stability, let us practice that beautiful digital detox. Simple digital detox. Let me ask you honestly. You have 1,440 minutes every day in the morning, isn't it? Every day you are gifted with this gold coins. Every day you get up in the morning, irrespective of who you are, what you are doing, 1,440 minutes you are gifted. I am asking only 160 minutes only for your own self. Do it not for 1 week, not for 5 days, not for 2 days. Do it only for 1 day today. And let me tell you, see the index of your happiness and joy tomorrow. It will be completely transformed. 60-40-60 principle, which I believe is first 60 minutes of the day when you get up in the morning. Okay, first 60 minutes, disconnect. I won't say good morning. I won't say a good morning by a mobile, social media, Twitter. That sense of connection, that sense of having this little gadget always with me. Oh, where is my mobile? I will say good morning with me. I need to say good morning. This is, heavens are not going to fall if I am not saying a WhatsApp or a Facebook good morning. First 60 minutes, I will disconnect. I will meditate. I will reflect. I will empower myself. This is what happens in our life while we are working in a hospital which is burdened. Thousands and thousands of patients with COVID falling every day. But in Brahma Kumaris, what we follow, 3:30 a.m. in the morning, we meditate. We empower ourselves. No technology at that time. We are connected, practicing so peaceful meditation. We are empowering ourselves. Last 60 minutes of the day, when you are going to sleep today, I'm requesting you completely create a e-free zone in your room. Please, no messaging, no mobile phone, no WhatsApp, nothing when you go to sleep. It's disastrous. Why? Because it will give you the same emotional state in which you are sleeping, and it will completely devastate your thinking. It will completely destroy your sleep, your quality of sleep, which is called the blue light effect. We'll discuss sometime in digital detox lecture that how harmful this blue light effect can be when you are sleeping with your mobile besides, until it's really compulsive. Next, lastly, 40 minutes of your day when you are with your family. 40 minutes only. Disconnect. Switch off your mobile with your kids. Switch off your mobile when you are with your family. Connect with your family. Have a e-free dinner. Please try. Have a e-free dinner when your mobile is not there on the table. When there is no television, nothing. This is called having a e-free dinner, which is a dream now. Which is a dream now. We have created home within home. What we are doing. We are having dinner, and this is our mobile, and television is right there in front of us. We don't even have time for eating dinner. What will be the quality of health? This is called the iPhone effect. The research from US Stanford University shows that the mere presence of phone when you're talking in your family will completely decrease the quality of your conversation by 25 to 40%. This is science. So we need to digitally detox to empower our own self. The fourth lesson, change your perspectives. Make your mind your best friend. Instill positivity in your mind and check the emotional diet that you are consuming. We will do a beautiful exercise, a very beautiful exercise. And this time I'll ask Dr. Reddy to participate. Sir, are you there? Okay, come on. Let us see this art of overthinking. All of you, maybe we have Dr. Reddy here, but all of you should do this beautiful exercise right here as I'm narrating and creating a hypothetical situation in front of you. Maybe yes, maybe never, maybe like this, Imagine everybody ready, on your toes, on your mind. Sir, Unmute yourself and answer my 3 questions only. Honestly answer. You are sitting in your home at 5 p.m. in the evening.
Yes.
Somebody close to you, only when I ask you a question, somebody close to you is supposed to come by 5 o'clock back to your home. It's 6 o'clock. You call that person. The person mobile says it is switched off and not reachable. You call the office, you hear that the person is already left. What kind of emotions start coming to your mind? Positive or negative? Only one word, sir.
So to start with, it is negative.
Negative. Okay. We'll complicate it further. Now it is 6:30 to 7 p.m. at your home. You again call that person. Your mobile says it is switched off and not reachable. The person hasn't come. Your favorite television serial is right there in front of you. You have your favorite dish which is lying in front of you. Would you like to eat it or not?
No.
You won't enjoy even if you are forced to.
Even if you're.
And yes. And secondly, would those negative thoughts take even more disastrous form? Possible or not possible?
It can, yes, it can lead, yes.
It can only
It
possible.
can lead. It is possible.
Now it is 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. The situation remains absolutely same. The person has still not come back to your home. And just say, is it a possibility that that negative thought can go up to something which is extreme, which is really, really bad and unimaginable? Possible or not possible? I'm asking only this. Possible or not?
The levels will go up.
Levels will go up and it is even possible. You can mute yourself, sir. Now, at 8 p.m., the person suddenly comes and you see the person is standing there in front of you. What happens? Your whole stress takes out the form of an anger and you start shouting at that person. But my question to you is, how were your those 3 hours? Nothing had happened. Mind you, nothing had practically happened. There was no good or bad news. Nothing had happened.
Right.
We only had a conscious choice to think and direct our thoughts. They could have taken a positive direction. Oh, nothing to worry. Maybe the mobile is switched off. Maybe there is a traffic jam. The person would be there soon. Nothing to worry. But our mind naturally overthought, started thinking in a negative way and catastrophizing the situation. And that is what is called creating an emotional imbalance, the art of imbalance that we create. My dear friends, in these turbulent times, almost all of us are gifted with this unique art of catastrophic thinking. The art of catastrophic thinking. Imagining, creating the worst possible situation. Bring that same traffic jam here, the same traffic jam. Nothing had happened, the same traffic jam, but people catastrophizing something. Oh, heavens are going to fall. Some people are shouting. You every day hear some people even kill each other. They fire at each other. Why? Because our mind has a very beautiful capability to magnify and minimize every situation. This is called the projector of the mind. It can function as a very powerful projector. It can magnify a small image and it can even minimize a small image. But remember, when it magnifies a small thing, it also magnifies the emotions associated with that particular situation. It also magnifies the emotion, and positive aspects of our life are ignored. My dear friends, we must understand that today, if we want to have emotional stability and emotional immunity, it doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter top institutes, top organizations, top people, whatever we are working, it doesn't matter at all. What matters is we need to have the ability to see the situations as they are. This gives us the ability to handle the situations in a much better way. And this needs to empower your own mind, having that wonderful protective umbrella, to keep yourself protected. The 5th powerful message, creating an emotional balance in your life. The art of creating the emotional balance. The sixth message, if we need to have a very powerful emotional engineering and immunity in our life, is to inculcate emotional stability. Remember, situations come. Look at this. When this COVID came, what is happening? When these small attacks, these attacks are happening, what is happening? More important, there are some people who are busy managing those situations, but there is a large chunk of people who are practicing blame today in our life. Blame is a most negative emotion that one can practice. Blaming selves, blaming situations, blaming people, blaming nature, blaming policies, blaming government. We can blame anybody on this earth, anybody on this earth. And this is one of the arts that we all have mastered very beautifully in this earth. Look at the things. Open a television channel, 40 channels, 24 hours, 95% of the times, what they are doing is they are enjoying the blame game. They are practicing blame. There are 2 or 3 groups of people who are sitting and they are showering mud on each other. Sometimes dirt, and sometimes it could be even worse than that. They are throwing stones at each other. This is what is called practicing blame. Remember, there is one emotion that is always associated with blame. Very powerful emotion that is associated with blame. Can you name it? Can you guess it? What is that emotion that is associated with blame? One emotion. Let us come up with the right answer. You all know that.
Hatred?
If I blame you, okay, I'm able to see you. If I blame all of you, very bad. Oh, you are very bad people. This is not the way this should have been organized. It should have been better. Oh, it could have been organized much better, more people, but you have not done it properly. And I blame you continuously. What will be the second feeling that will start coming? Maybe, possibility, very commonly associated. It's the feeling of guilt that comes. The feeling of guilt. Somebody may not experience it, but many of us experience it. Guilt and blame, they have a very powerful energy to take the clarity out of our lives. Whenever you practice and blame anybody, remember in the organization as a leader, whenever you are continuously blaming somebody, you are destroying your ability, and you are also destroying the ability of your people to see the picture clearly. My dear friends, it is very important to know that at that time, you might be able to maintain your sight, but you lose the insight into your life. You lose the insight. You might be able to maintain your eyesight, but you lose the vision of your life. Blame takes away the vision. You're not able to see the reflections and the clarity of your life. So remember, if something in your family, your children, your people, your husband, your wife, your organizations, your institutes, your students, they are not able to do the things as you want them to do, don't practice blame. Encourage them, accept them, appreciate them. You see, they will naturally be empowered. Look at this. If I appreciate you, irrespective of that, oh, what a wonderful effort you have taken. What is wonderful. It is so nice to see. You continuously appreciate somebody. You don't blame. Oh, koi baat nahi, ho gaya na. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. Next time we'll make up for it. What is happening? You are embracing reality. And when you embrace reality, it brings joy. It brings, self-respect into an individual, and he feels empowered. He feels energetic in the life. This is what maintains emotional stability. Why people are becoming emotional stability is people are continuously blaming situations. So, sixth very important and pertinent lesson is avoiding blame in our life. Avoiding blame, accepting reality is having a solution-based approach. Oh, confident. Don't worry. Let us look up to the right solutions and the right track. But when the problem is there, you will say, who is responsible? Kisne kiya? Zara pura batao. Kyun kiya? Kaise kiya? How? When? What? These are the situations which are problem-based situations. Who did it? We are not responsible. We are not a solution-based person. Leaders will lead by example. They will find a solution. In our institutes, if somebody is doing something really bad, I don't call my students and start shouting, oh, this is not the way. You guys have a second chance. But when we operate our cardiac patients, we don't have a second chance. We don't have a chance to err at all. Absolutely zero. If some error happens, we manage it carefully there and then. And then we call the person quietly. Koi baat nahi, aaj aisa hua, be very careful. It's a matter of life and death. You are capable, you have the capability, but it's important not to repeat the same mistake twice. This is what becomes and is like inculcating the emotional stability and immunity. Why institutes, top institutes, people like, big institutes where I have taken sessions, people are emotionally unstable. You were initially talking about the intelligence question. You were talking about the emotional question. You were talking about the spiritual question. COVID times has something which is given us, which is called as AQ, which is the adversity question. Adversity question is a combination of your intelligence, emotional, and a spiritual question. Your ability to cope up with those skills, and these are the simple tips that we all need to inculcate in our lives. Let us practice that love and that harmony in our life. My second last message to you is to create a distance. You maintain a social distance throughout, isn't it? This is an era of social distance, and we all maintain a social distance. But we also are able to maintain the emotional distance from negative thoughts. Is it possible or not? This is what is called the non-judgmental awareness. Now, let me steer you through a beautiful example. Again, one of you, you just experienced, all of you see this. You all have seen a cricket match. Have you seen that cricket match? Look at this. There are two people. One is the umpire who is standing here, and the other one is the third umpire. When a person is appealing, the person who is standing in the field, he thinks that the person is out and he gives a out. He has a limited view, and he also has a less time to examine the situation. But there is another person who is sitting in the control box. He is also in the situation. But what he is doing is he is detaching himself from the situation, and he's able to see the situation from a distance. The moment you distance yourself from the situation, you are having a broad view. You are seeing the situation with multiple perspectives, and it is then when you are able to decide properly. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. That's the beauty between a reactive and a responsive response. Bring the same traffic jam. A person who is impulsive, he immediately starts shouting at the people. A person who is responsive is looking at the multiple perspectives. This situation is not controllable. Let me remain calm. And he decides to remain calm. So in every situation, when we distance ourselves, when we are a detached observer, जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं साक्षी दृष्टा, non-judgmental awareness, when we are distancing ourselves from the situation, we are able to become aware of the actual facts of the situation, and we are also aware of the story that I am telling myself. That is what is called non-judgmental. We have to practice it. A fact-oriented, introspection-based, something that listens and accepts, and it's a must in all the leadership skills. Practice this. Never shout. The problems are there, but let me refrain and let me remain absolutely calm. The eighth very powerful tool is to practice hygiene. Don't you sanitize 10 times a day nowadays? You are sanitizing your hand, you are sanitizing continuously, washing, using soap, using sanitizers, everything. Clothes, when I come from the hospital, I have to enter from the backyard. I immediately go to the washroom, take a shower so that everybody else is safe, change my clothes, and then I come. And now I'm a sanitized individual. Never ever it happened. I used to go straight to my room and change. Do I take a bath? Similarly, Am I able to practice emotional hygiene? May I ask you one thing? Again, unmute yourself, one of you, anybody can volunteer. Maybe Dr. Mukhopadhyay. Listen to this.
I'm always unmuted.
I'm unmuted, always unmuted, wonderful. Look at, create this situation, very powerful situation, very beautiful situation. But I want a very honest answer from all of you, very honest answer. A person who comes 10 years before, he has done something really bad in your life. He has hurted you in a way that you are never able to forget in your life. After 10 years, the same person comes to you. What kind of and those 10 years you were not able to see. What kind of an emotional reaction will you have when you see the same person again? A positive reaction or a negative reaction? Only one word, honest answer. You may be honest, your answer will resonate with 99% of the people, I know that. Maybe Priyanka ji can tell. Maybe
it cannot be neutral.
It cannot be neutral, or it may be, yes, Dr. Reddy, what will be your answer? Somebody who has really hurted you, somebody who has really given you a lot of pain in your life. Priyanka ji, somebody who has really given a lot of pain to you in your life. Lot of irritated, possible, huh?
It will be negative for sure.
It will be negative for sure. We all know that. We become hypothetical when we say that probably it may be neutral or maybe it may be positive also. It is possible, but there is a reason. One people we meet in a person every day who does something wrong, and we give a place to that person in our mind. 365 days, 365 people we meet, 365 negative reactions, we give them a place in our mind. 10 years, 3,655 50 reactions in our mind. Your mind is no longer a mind, it's a dustbin now. It's a dustbin now. Do you clean your room every day, sir? Dr. Mukhopadhyay. Do you clean your house every day?
Yeah.
Do you clean your house every day?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Every day you clean. May I request you to honor me to do just one thing in your home for next 5 days? Possible or not? It's my very humble request. Will you do it?
Yeah, please tell me.
So it's on the record that you have agreed and consented to whatever I'm saying to. Okay? Everybody is doing. Everybody will do that for me, at least as a mark of respect that yes, we had a good session or a reasonably good session. We will do it. My request to you is very simple. For next 5 days, sir, whenever you do cleaning of your home, whatever dirt is coming from your home, from your kitchen, from your bathroom, please don't throw it outside. Keep it in a box. Decorate in a drawing room for next 5 days. Humble request to you, sir. In a difficult choice. Oh wait, not for 5 days, a special discount for you, only for 2 days. Possible or not possible? Not possible. Nobody would do it. If I am in place of Dr. Mukhopadhyay, I will never do it. I'll say, what is this? This is ridiculous. How can you even ask me to do this particular thing? We want our home to be cleaned every day. But what about your mind every day, my dear friends? What about your mind? What kind of thoughts do you put into your mind? Those negative emotions of anger, of regret, of pain, of fear, continuously instilling into our mind hatred, jealousy, criticism. These are complicating our lives. These are destroying our own mind. They take away the sense. If you are feeling any of these emotions in any percentage, even little percentage, forget about 24 hours, look at last 1 hour. Forget about last 1 hour, look at even 10 minutes of your day. Are you a gamut of these emotions? And if the answer is yes, this is emotional instability. My dear friends, we need to clean up our mind. It's not natural to be angry. It's natural to be loving, to be inculcate acceptance and compassion for each other. Our life should be governed by understanding and appreciation for everybody. Our life should be one which adapts to the changing situation. This is true life. This is emotional hygiene that we all need to follow to inculcate positivity. Once we do these activities, our brain blood flow increases. The gray matter in its constituents increases. The positive, happy hormones like, endorphins, enkephalins, serotonin, dopamine, they increase. The calming hormone like GABA, it increases. Our ability to comprehend, to be decisive increases. This is the power that we have. Let's learn to communicate with our vibrations today. God has given us an opportunity. You may be very sweet to myself, Dr. Mukhopadhyay sitting there, Dr. Mr. Reddy sitting there, Priyanka ji sitting there, every hundreds of people. We can be very polite sitting there and being very polite to each other. And Dr. Reddy, this person has already spoken for 1 hour. Oh, sir, what a wonderful lecture. And inside you might be thinking, oh, he has bored us already. Please come on, log off quickly. So what we are speaking does not actually reflect what our thoughts are. Let us create and harmonize our thoughts. We must understand language is designed to hide feelings. If we are communicating with our vibrations, vibrations will never lie. Vibrations are powerful. You may be very polite, but if your vibrations, somebody comes, oh please आइए आइए बहुत अच्छा है, कितने दिनों बाद आप हमारे घर पर आए, आइए आइए, और अंदर आज तो हम आपको खाना खाए बिना बिल्कुल नहीं जाने देंगे, और मन में चल रहा है भाई जल्दी से घर जा, क्यों आ गया, तेरे को इसी टाइम पे आना था. These are the kind, this is the diplomatic world in which we are living. Let us inculcate joy and true vibrations for each other. This is emotional hygiene. This is what we need to practice in our life. If we practice, there is no question of having emotional negativity in our life. My dear friends, my last message to you, a very powerful message is, while we are all quarantined in our home, all are quarantined, spiritual quarantine is a conscious choice, a very beautiful and a conscious, very powerful choice, very unique choice, something that you cannot even imagine. And what does it do? What does it do? We will understand it. Look at this. Look at this. My simple question to you, very simple question to you is, again, Dr. Mukhopadhyay, I am sorry to bother you too much today. You have, look at this. Is it easy for you to read this particular thing? Or is it easy for you to read this? Just one word. Is this easy to read or is this easy to read?
Yeah, the other one was easy to read.
Easy to read. Why? What is written in it? Exactly the same is written in it.
Yeah.
But what is happening here?
But the spacing is missing. Like the
Absolutely,
pause
absolutely. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. You have answered my question. The essence of meditation, the essence of practicing Raj Yoga meditation is to give space to your own self. That's the beauty. Meditation, why? People say, oh, I am busy, I am busy, I am busy. People keep on introducing me regularly. My typical day schedule will start at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, will run till 11 p.m. in the night. People say, oh, he's a busy cardiologist, he's a busy cardiologist. I've never allowed this word busy get associated with it. Busy is an energy depleter. Replace this word busy with another beautiful word. Come on, speak sitting in your homes. Everybody should speak and repeat in your mind, I am not busy, but I am be easy in my life. That's the key. The same busyness is transformed into easiness in my life. And when you give space to your thoughts become slow. Anything that is working slow, it becomes powerful. The quantity of your thoughts decrease, the quality of your thoughts increase, and the speed of your thoughts also decrease. This is meditation. This is reconnecting better with your own self. The meditative mind is a peaceful mind, is a loving mind, is a happy mind. Come on, last 2 minutes only. It's a powerful mind. It's a knowledgeable mind, and it's a pure mind. When we are able to inculcate all these things in our life, it is then when we experience the ananda in our life, the bliss, which we call as happiness beyond senses. This is what happiness is all about. And look at this. What does it do to you? You wanted scientific evidence? Look at this. This is you. This is how our most of a survey which we carried out recently in the IT companies, most of us believe that we are working with logic. हम कर्म योगी हैं. We are decisive. We are accurate. We are analytical. We are reasonable. We are practical. We are realistic. And we are scientific. No doubt, that's good. It's good to be scientific, realistic, because it will give you 50% control over your life. But if you want 100% control, here is what you want in your life. This is what meditation does to you. It inculcates your creative brain, your passionate brain, your free brain, your poetic brain, your loving brain. It harmonizes your right brain with left brain. This is what we need today to be emotionally stable in our life. We don't need performers. We don't need algorithms to treat our lives. We don't need big technologies to treat our lives. We need a balance that has to be created. A balance which science says that when we are working normally, it's an unbalanced brainwave pattern. Anxiety, depression, a weakened mental health. But the moment we practice meditation, 15 minutes, you see, this is what is happening to your brain. The balancing of both the brains. It's a more integrated and a more powerful, optimized system. And 25 minutes of meditation is magical. You are a meditative and a powerful soul. This is meditation. So let us sit for few seconds of meditation, not minutes. Very beautiful, powerful meditation. And let us reflect on our lives. Let us put a stamp on whatever we have practiced today and experience this joy and become embodiment of it. I will be repeating and saying certain few words to make you feel and experience this peace. Relax yourself. It's good to unplug. Absolutely unplug. As I sit here comfortably, let me reflect on my own self. With each breath, I become aware of my thoughts. Every thought that is crossing my mind, I am becoming aware of that. Why is it that my mind today is filled with anger, irritation, jealousy, competition, blame, criticism? This is not my original self. I'm a pure and a powerful soul. Let me take control and clean my mind. Experience the powerful shower of peace, of love, of joy and happiness coming into my mind, my soul. My every thought is now empowered with love, with peace, and with joy for everyone. Reflect on your every thought. People and situations may be unreasonable, but I am peaceful. I am a powerful soul. I radiate love and peace in my life, joy in my life. This is me. Let me remain in this state today and empower my own self. So, creating this beautiful journey is your own choice. Nobody is going to do it for you. The time is now. The process of transformation has to start now. I took this conscious choice 35 years back. We do create a work-life balance in our lives. It's not that we are not working, but meditation gives you a very powerful and a very beautiful lifestyle, a very happy lifestyle, a very energetic lifestyle, something that really brings joy and sense of happiness in your life. If you are interested to inculcate and learn meditation, the science and art of meditation, join us. Join us for this beautiful, small capsule 3-day course. WhatsApp or log in to register on this particular at your convenient time. Choose any time for your own self. For your own self. Empower yourself. See the magic happening in your life. Thank you so much, and Om Shanti. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful session. So we have come to the end of the session. I hope the participants will cherish it for a long time. I, Gaurav Talan, on behalf of NSS Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University and all the participants, extend a hearty vote of thanks to Dr. Mohit Gupta for gracing this session with your words of wisdom and sharing your experiences with us. I would also express my gratitude and thank to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mahesh Verma, for his guidance. I'd also like to thank Sri Ravi Dadij, Registrar Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, for his support. I would thank Professor B.V.R. Reddy, Program Coordinator, NSS GGS-IPO, and Professor Samrat Mukhopadhyay, Coordinator, NSS, IIT Delhi, for their encouragement and support. I would also like to extend my thanks to Sister B.K. Kamala from Raja Yoga Education and Research Foundation for her invaluable contribution to this collaboration. I thank all the participants for joining us today and for your wonderful comments during this session. We hope to see you connected with us in the times to come as well. Thank you all. And finally, I request all the participants to fill up the feedback questionnaire form for getting the e-certificate of this session. You can find the link of this form in the description below this video on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
I would like to add something. We had planned a question and answer session with Dr. Mohit, but all the questions were answered so beautifully that all the participants are saying that we have no more questions to ask. And they're saying it is such a life-changing session that we would like to have more sessions with you. And they would like to, continue this journey. And one of them even said that, I don't even need a certificate because I've had what I wanted to have in this life-changing session. Thank you so much, sir. This is what I wanted to say.
I have something to say. Can I
Sure.
say?
Yeah, sure, Dr. Samrat.
It was a wonderful talk. So let me first congratulate for the talk. I had only one word. You said that technology has made us wiser. So I think I do not agree to that word. I have not found really wise people who have been using technologies around me. It has really not made us wiser. So that word I completely do not agree. If you have any comments, you can tell.
I always love to agree to disagree. So we can always debate on that. So that's a beautiful comment and very well taken also. But
Yeah.
my more pertinent in that particular situation is that where is technology leading us to? So that is most important. The message and the crux is this. There's no doubt my suggestion to you is only ask one question. Am I the master or my mobile or technology? That's the only thing. Every day, get up in the morning, that sense of having that control of being continuously connected, continuously checking. Look at that. जैसे हम लोग व्रत रखते हैं ना, तो किसी दिन एक दिन का मोबाइल व्रत भी रख कर देखिए. मोबाइल एक दिन का भी नहीं रख के देखिए. मैं आप सब लोगों को बोलूंगा, पहले आप केवल 1 घंटे का करें. उस 1 घंटे में आप जब रखेंगे, you will experience how much we are now slaves of the technology that is actually designed. I've been there in IIT earlier also, and when we connected to the students in your auditorium only, it was so much pertinent to see that yes, when we are surrounded by technology, we must understand that the balance has to start from here. You have to create that balance. It has to trickle right from my own mindset into the whole system. We are creating intelligent and empowered people. My request to you is create happy people. When you are able to create happy people from the institutions, they will always be intelligent and empowered. Focus should not be on creating intelligent. Be your happy people. Happy people will always perform very well.
Right. And another last thing I would like to say, it was a wonderful thought. So I'll just like to share my experience on this. He said that positive aspects are often ignored and the mistakes are highlighted. So this is so important, because I remember a story where
Very right.
I think from Gautam Buddha, where he had asked to arrange 100 bricks and then step 100 feet away and look at the bricks. And then he asks, what are you looking at? So the person who had asked that question, who was asked, he said, I kept on looking at one brick which was not rightly placed. So then he called back and said, what about the other 99 bricks which are rightly placed? So that is what happens. And I have seen in my life, I'll just like to thank Professor Mohit for highlighting this. In my career where I've handled students, the students who have been able to slightly be less skeptical about one or two mistakes and very, very positive about the good things, what has happened, they have actually outshined people who have been obsessed with one or two mistakes and never really come up. So that's one thought I'd like to re-more.
Thank you. Very important. Very nice. Brighter side, we'll always look at the brighter side. Encourage children. In these pertinent times, if 300-400 of us are positive, your vibrations will radiate. Just encourage, give a comforting hand, give a positive note, everybody. Don't see messages. What is happening in the world, it doesn't matter. By your own mindset, you'll be able to transform. This is the art of Raj Yoga meditation, that doing everything, you're able to create that vibrations, powerful vibration. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a lot of scientific evidence. Sometimes we'll share also later on when we connect. Thank you so much, Sister Kamla also. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And everyone, Dr. Reddy, thank you so much, Dr. Priyanka ji, and everyone. And thank you all for joining. Thank you. And see you soon in the course that we are starting from today. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much for all the viewers for joining us. Dr. Samrat, Dr. Reddy, Sister BK Kamla, it was really wonderful to have you interact and have this opportunity of having Dr. Mohit Gupta here. And I would like to grab this opportunity to invite Dr. Mohit once again, whenever he can, take some time out for us, because he's shared many times during the sessions. He has more to share with us. And thank you so much for all the viewers. And we would like you to fill the 2 forms that we have mentioned. And see you in the next session next Sunday. Thank you so much.